Keith, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Okay, so that's Keith Nixon. Keith is the editor of the film that we're going to show tonight. The film is called Funeral of a Nation, directed by Harold Lilly, excuse me. And so, Keith, how you doing, brother? What city you in?
I'm doing well. How are you? I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, VA. Okay, and there's Miss Tanika Wright. She's connecting her audio, and she's vibrant and colorful. So she
Hey,
knows.
boys.
How you doing, sister? Uh-oh, looks like you were.
Oh, there I am. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing very well, very well. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here too. I'm honored that you both came out and Harold I assume is on his way, and if there he is. Okay, there we
Here
go.
it comes.
Hey, Harold, how you doing?
Hello.
There we go. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing, my brother? How's everything?
Everything's great, man. Everything's great. By the way, we got a few hundred little friends just hanging out.
What's up, everybody?
Cool,
Hey,
cool.
Yeah, everybody, if you could say hello to Keith and Tonika and Harold, and I'm going to formally introduce them in 1 second. I'm just getting all the technology set up. Everybody say hello. Now, let me ask you, if you could, if you don't mind, maybe we could start with ladies first, Miss Wright, and then you, Mr. Lilly, the director, and then also Keith. I know you did the editing. I know how important that job is. So if you could each one just quickly give a quick introduction, who you are and what you do, that'd be great.
Okay, so like you said, I'm Tanika Wright. Hey, everybody. I'm an independent filmmaker. I own the Black Filmmakers Academy, and I help new and emerging filmmakers to make movies that get seen and make money.
All right, I love it. Okay, Mr. Lilly.
All right, my name is Harold Lilly. I'm a songwriter, storyteller. I am not the filmmaker of this particular film. Keith Nixon is. I'm singing the songs and I'm telling the story, Mr. Watkins. So
Oh
Keith,
man.
we
No wonder Keith was giving me the side eye. I'm gonna spend the whole night apologizing. I already know that, man. Oh my gosh, I got bad intelligence. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Go ahead. Thank you for correcting. Please go
yes,
ahead,
sir.
brother.
Yeah, we work together, man. I made my money writing songs, man. I've been a songwriter in the music business for a long time. I live out here in Los Angeles, California, and I love Black people.
All right, there you go. That's a good way. That's a good way to start any conversation up
Right.
here. Because we are Black first. Everybody type hashtag B1. That's we use the hashtag B1 in the chat.
Okay.
Because we are Black first. Black first. Everything else comes second. Also, use the hashtag Black Movie Night. So when you guys are having conversations online anywhere, use that hashtag Black Movie Night, because the reason we created Black Movie Night, which came out of the Black Business School, is because we just believe Black people should just own everything. Everything in our existence, we should at least try our best to take ownership of that, because we are the original man and woman. We are the greatest people on the planet. We don't hate nobody else. Hate is a heavy burden to carry. We just love the hell out of ourselves. And so, the man of the hour, Mr. Nixon, I am so sorry, man. I got that email and I said, okay, Harold Lilly is the director, and I got it backward, man. So I apologize, brother. I hope you can forgive me.
It's no problem. I don't get caught up in titles. It's no problem. Like Harold said, it was a collaborative exercise. So I'm a filmmaker based in Richmond, Virginia, and we work through this together. So like I said, the title is neither here nor there for me. I'm just happy to be a part of this.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'll tell you, I loved the film when I saw it. I loved the the visuals and the music and everything else was amazing. And so I want everybody to know, just very quick housekeeping. Number one, if you're watching online, I'm going to turn off the live stream when we start the film, just because I don't want to just blast it out there on YouTube and everything else, out of respect for Mr. Nixon and his great work. And also the other thing too is Black Movie Night. We created this because we believe Black people can have our piece of the movie industry and the entertainment industry in general. Well, we don't want people misrepresenting our images. And the reason we came up with this concept is because we said, my gosh, we've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people in our community who are doing great work. And that work does not get the attention it deserves. So my goal is to just throw a little, a couple of coins in the bucket and say, okay, let's use our platform and let's screen a Black movie at least once every 2 to 3 weeks and have some fun. So we get a chance to get together as a community and support something we believe in, create our own movie stars. That's
nice.
the goal.
Hey, I love it.
All right, brother. Thank you. So let me just ask some questions before we get started. Okay, so I guess I'll start with you, Mr. Nixon. Since this is your project, why did you make the movie? What were you thinking about?
So as I was saying earlier, it's a collaborative exercise. So Harold and I, we go way back, and so it came out of conversation really. We just had conversations back and forth, and he put a little bug in my ear, some time ago, and early on during the pandemic, we just started. I think I saw you back in February in LA, and then early on the pandemic, maybe late April, we just started bouncing ideas off of each other. And so I sent what eventually became the Lord's Prayer, the footage from that, along with all of like these promotional materials. I sent it to him, and from there we just got the ball rolling. And again, just conversation after conversation, and then we would workshop and do the next part. So really, the idea is based on a sermon, that was preached at the church that Harold grew up in what was it, 71, I believe?
Yeah, like early 70s.
Yeah. And so Harold took that, the title, the concept, and he just soundtracked it, really. He soundtracked the sermon. And from there, I just kind of built visuals around what it was he was saying, what it was I was feeling, what it was he was feeling, and from there it just kind of grew into its current form, which is ultimately a short film.
Okay, now yeah, so Harold, so that was your wonderful voice I was hearing on the film then, huh?
Yes, sir. That was me talking, and that was me singing, Dr. Watkins. I want to say thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I follow you. I might be like an old man on this thing because I don't really get on technology that much. So I might get old every once in a while, but I really consider this an honor, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Tanika Wright. I really appreciate you for doing this. Thank you, Keith. But yes, that's me singing, that's me talking. I wanted to do something. I'm a songwriter, Dr. Watkins. And so I was like, man, I want to do something that lasts longer than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And for 19 years, I've been thinking of an idea, but to get it right, it took the pandemic to get it out. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the pandemic for a lot of us, man, people was afraid, and people was dealing with death, and people was dealing with losing their jobs, and bills was piling up. And I'm like, hey man, I gotta figure something out. And
Wow.
so Funeral of a Nation was a sermon that was preached in my church years ago, even before I was born. And it was always a title that stuck with me. When you hear Funeral of a Nation, you go, man, well, Birth of a Nation was that racist movie that they had out a long time ago. And a woman preached the sermon. And so her name was Bishop Annie B. Chamberlain. And so we grew up in Virginia. I don't know where you from, but that's like the Bible Belt, man. And so the real celebrities was pastors and bishops, things of that nature.
Oh,
so her words, man, the Funeral of a Nation, along with the stories that I've lived over the years, and Keith's brilliance, is how this musical essay came about.
Oh wow. Well, I
Most
love it. I
definitely.
love it. Yeah, I'm from Kentucky, man, and so
Okay,
I know
yeah.
about that
Yeah,
Bible
you
Belt. I'm
know.
a son of a pastor, all that stuff, man. So
Oh, all right. Come
I
on, man.
totally
Now, you
get it.
already
I'm a
know what it is.
PK all the way.
Okay.
And so, by the way, I saw some people asking if like how you can submit films for the for Black Movie Night. Here's an email address. Write it down if you have a project that you'd like for us to consider. We can't run everything, but we will take a look at it. You can write this down. It's producer@flynubianmedia.com. That's producer@flynubianmedia.com. FLY Nubian Media. So producer@flynubianmedia.com. I'm here with Mr. Keith Nixon, who was the filmmaker behind this film, which is called Funeral of a Nation. Also, Mr. Harold Lilly, who stars in the film. His amazing voice carries all the way through the film. And Ms. Tanika Wright, who is just known in the industry for a multitude of things. In fact, Tanika is actually teaching among many things like screenwriting. And so you can actually take a look at a project that she has going on at blackbusteracademy.com. Blackbusteracademy.com. We don't use the term blockbuster. We use Blackbuster. Blackbuster, for us, our definition is that is a Black-owned, Black created project that becomes enormously successful. So examples of blockbusters might be a film like A Hidden Colors, which was seen by millions of people and made millions of dollars. We put out a little blockbuster ourselves called Resurrecting Black Wall Street that was seen by a couple million people. So we believe Black people can do this. We know we can do this, and that's what we're going to do. So Miss Wright, let me just speak with you. I don't know where to begin because I know because your resume is so vast. Can you tell us how do you connect to this project in particular, and tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so like I said earlier, I am an independent filmmaker. I started making my first film probably 11 years ago now, 11, 12 years ago now. And in making my films and meeting so many other filmmakers, I saw that just too many great projects were sitting on the shelves collecting dust. So like you, I said, what can I do to push these projects out? So I started the Academy, not only to help filmmakers who have a film and maybe an old man like Harold who are not up on technology and need help with getting it out there, independently, social media, PR, all those types of things. I help with that, but also people who are interested in breaking in film, have no idea how to write stories, how to get a film crew together, all the things that go into making film, putting a budget together, all those types of things. So that's why I came up with the idea for the Black Filmmakers Academy and help people make films and also make sure that they're getting seen and making money. Harold and I don't know how we really going to date ourselves. I'm not going to say how long, but we kind of.
Everybody in here is 25 years old. For the record, I have my 25th birthday every year, just so you know.
Well, see, I'm about to join that team with you. I'm about to join in with you. But Harold and I, we've known each other since we were teenagers. So I followed him along the way in writing songs. And when he told me he did this, I was like, you gotta let me jump in there and help you guys to really push it out there. So that's the capacity I'm working with him on this project, him and Keith.
Well, I love it. And I love the concept of the Black Filmmakers Academy because we've got plenty of white filmmakers academies, if you know what I mean, and that's where a lot of I knew it when I was at Syracuse. They had a great media school when I was on the faculty there, and the media school. I mean, most of those students that I knew way back then are still paying off student loans 15, 20 years later. And I just really think there's a better way. I think there's a better way. I think that we can educate our own. And so that fits with core values that I believe in. I just think all of that we can do. We got this, right? Maybe we'll outsource some stuff, but stuff like this, I would send. I've got a little 10-year-old, and I don't know if I showed on my Instagram. I showed you guys a picture of us going down. We got this big water slide for her birthday. Today's her birthday, so
happy birthday!
Yeah, I'll tell her. And she's her passion is dance and acting and all the singing, dancing, acting, all of that, right? So we've actually talked about the Black Filmmakers Academy and things like that. And so when we talk about educating her and preparing her for the future, of course, daddy's going to talk about being a boss and owning your assets and understanding the business side. So you don't end up, crying about your contract, after you sign something crazy like Megan Thee Stallion. But also we talk about, learning from people like you. You know, I feel better with her learning from people like you, or learning dance from from the many Debbie Allen type individuals we have in our community, as opposed to learning from somebody who it pretty much is copying our culture, copying
Most
the greatness that
definitely.
we have. So, so I love it. So that's the Black Filmmakers Academy, y'all, if you guys don't know it. And also blackbusteracademy.com is where we're partnering with the Black Filmmakers Academy if you want to learn how to write a script and how to put together a project and things like that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop all my yapping, and we're gonna get to the action. We're gonna watch the film. The film's about 30 minutes. It's called Funeral of a Nation by Keith Nixon, starring Mr. Harold Lilly. So after we watch this film, we're going to have a discussion with. I'm gonna bring Keith back and Harold back and Tanika back, and we're gonna have a wide open conversation about all of this. And so that's how it's gonna go down tonight. Also, I want everybody to know, if you're watching on Instagram, you're welcome to come in, but I'm going to turn off the Instagram so you can go to the blackmovienight.net, not .com, that's .net. Register at blackmovienight.net. You can come in for free. You can watch it inside the Zoom. If you're watching on Dr. Boy's TV, same thing. You got to go to blackmovienight.net if you want to watch the movie. So it's blackmovienight.net. Somebody please type that in. See you, Dr. Irene's asking, where can we watch? Blackmovienight.net. Okay, just in case y'all know, I have to repeat things like about 7 times, and then even after that, somebody will type, what's the URL? I can't. So that's why I just learned the importance of repeating yourself. So this is free game for anybody running a business or any teacher. The key to connecting and communicating is you just got to keep repeating yourself so people know that you're serious and know what you're saying. All right, guys. So let's get this started. I'm going to pull up this project, and what I'm going to do is ask you all if you all could shut your video down. I'm going to shut mine down as well, and so that we can put the film on center screen. And so here we go. Without further ado, I give you all Funeral of a Nation. So give me 1 second here as I share my screen. Hopefully I won't do this wrong. I'm real good at hitting the wrong buttons, but I'm gonna try not to do that tonight. And so let's see. Let me actually turn off the live stream. So I'm turning off the live stream now. blackmovienight.net is where you guys can watch it.